Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to talk about all the nostalgic things that I was really into when I was a kid, from toys to TV shows to, I don't know, clothes maybe. I kind of wrote things down right here on my laptop. And I'm going to start with the first one. I don't really remember how old I was watching this show, but I can remember just rushing home on Fridays and just loving TGIF. My favorite show as a kid was by far Full House. Full House was one of my favorite shows. I don't know. I really got into, I never really got into Growing Pains or Steve or Family Matters. I never really got off into that. And then when I was like much younger, this is so old school. It was a cartoon called Little Lulu. I was thinking like Lululemon, but no, it's Little Lulu. She was like, I don't even know if she used to talk, but I can't remember, but I just held on to this character for so many years. And I remember I used to watch it. I used to love My Little Ponies. Strawberry Shortcake was another favorite one of mine. And my all-time movie was My Girl and It's a Wonderful Life, Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's see. And a couple of my favorite groups / songs when I was younger, Jackson 5 and the group called Color Me Bad, New Kids on the Block. They was a big hit when I was young. And they actually, I think New Kids on the Block actually did an episode on Full House back in the day. Now let's get into the toys. My favorite by far was the Easy Bake Oven. And my mom used to get us like a little packaging cake mix and a little thing you take the cakes out with. So Easy Bake Oven by far was my favorite. When I grew up, started having kids of my own, that was like the #1 thing in my house for Christmas, Easy Bake Oven. Another show was, I think it's called Small Wonder. It was a little robot. Her name was Vicky. That was one of my top shows. And a typewriter. I remember 2 incidents in my life. My daddy brought me a typewriter. I probably was, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 11, I'm thinking, 10 or 11. And he wrote on my typewriter, K.C.H. And that's my initials. And that's the first time I've ever like really seen my initials. Fast forward years later, when I got saved, I was going to church and I was in like my whole prayer mode. And I heard the Holy Spirit tell me that I was going to design handbags. And K.C.H. was gonna pretty much set it off. So today I'm literally using that with my candles, Yours Truly by K.C.H. So my dad probably don't even know this. I keep saying I have to tell him, but it's like he put that first. Okay, I know it's my initials, but it's just the way it's put together. You know what I mean? People use their initials for, like, I could just say K.H. Kizzy Harris, but my dad was the first one to really sow the seed and put it in my heart first. K.C.H. just to see that, and then just to get the vision from the Lord when I was like in my 20s about K.C.H. was going to go far. That's just a fun fact about me. Let's see. I used to really love coloring. And I also, my sisters and her friends thought I was like on the slower end because I was like 14, still playing with Barbie dolls. I was still loving the Barbie soda machine. Last night, my daughter Mary Googled it, and oh my gosh, it was there. Because it's so old school, like in the early 80s. My parents bought me that for Christmas, and I used to make like little root beer floats. That was a bomb. I have never seen that since. My daughter pulled that up yesterday for me, so it was really amazing to see that. I'm gonna say Walkman, but I was never really like a Walkman girl. Maybe my sisters and my brothers was, because I still was a bit younger. So a Walkman was never really my thing, but I know that it was my sisters and my brother's thing when they were coming up. A house phone. Let me get into it. So a house phone. Not the ones just like the old school ones you pick up and the keypad is on the phone. I'm talking about the house phone you got to put your finger in and find a number. Like my mother and father had like a big one. It was like white and gold. It was just so nostalgic. It's so amazing just to even have that precious thought, of having memories growing up And that's one thing people can't do is take away your memories, okay? That's one thing nobody can do is take away your memories, especially your childhood memories, So that's why it's so important what we pour into our kids, and it's so important how we protect our kids, because so much is going on in the media, on social media, to make our children 10 and under, 10 and up, to make them think that they should be a certain way or be acting a certain way. So that's why we got to instill a lot of integrity in our kids today. I just got off the subject. Let's see, a VHS and a beta. So my father to date has about 2,000 VHS movies and the beta movies. I would say it's more equivalent to the CD player for the kids of the 2000s. But for me, back in my era, we had like the VHS movies and the beta movies. So you can Google that. The braided ribbons, by far old school. I don't see not one little girl now on social media wearing any of the barrettes me and my sisters used to wear, or the hair ribbons. I don't see any of that. And it's funny because when I had my first daughter, I tried to sort out those barrettes, just because I remember my mother used to put them in our hair, and the ribbons. Then I kind of like lost touch. Like I don't even like barrettes. Like I just wasn't the mom to use barrettes or like the hair balls. I was more of like a bow mom, like putting like little hair bows in my kids' head, or braids. Gumby, the little show, that was a big hit in my house. Battleship, that was a big hit in my house too. Operation, I got that for Christmas as well. That was another big hit. And again, I remember, I'm going to say probably like 9. And back in my time, we had the Cabbage Patch dolls, but their hair was like with yarn. So one year, I don't even know who made the Cabbage Patch dolls, but they kind of like enhanced the dolls, and they called the dolls Corn Silk. I think that's the name. And my parents brought me one, and she had 2 teeth and a toothbrush and a birth certificate. That was like by far one of my favorite dolls, my Cabbage Patch doll. I had Barbies, but they were okay. Like, my coming up, me and my sisters, we had a lot of Barbies, but I really, 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 really love my Corn Silk Cabbage Patch. I had the one with the yarn hair, and then to get the one with the corn silk hair, you was doing big things when you got that. Light Bright, that was a big hit. The Jolly sandals. So today that's still a thing. But I remember as a kid, my mother used to dress us like twins. So these Jolly sandals, I love, love, love them. But my daughters don't like them. In school, in school, in grammar school. So I don't know. I've been trying to search. I don't know. I'm going to try to hopefully insert it, the name of these bracelets. But it was like link plastic bracelets. And I think they were called charms. And you just get like a whole bunch of charms. This was like the early 80s or maybe late 80s. And you just have it like a whistle, a soccer ball just dangling from your bracelets. That was by far like one of my best memories. I'm not even kidding you. Being a kid back in the day. The chain link plastic bracelet and the necklace. And you just put like little charms on it. Straight old school. And I used to love to wear polka dots. Polka dots was really a big hit, maybe late 80s and 90s. So yeah, Happy Days was one of my favorite shows. 227 was one of my favorite shows. Saved by the Bell. Let me tell you something. I was a kid watching the show, and I don't even understand why it was so funny to me. The Odd Couple and Mary Tyler Moore. I don't even know. I don't know, but that was one of my best shows. Rainbow Bright. Rainbow Bright by far was a big hitter for me. I used to live like the little star on her face. It's so many things. This is just like a short list of things that in my childhood that I really remember and just make me go back to that moment. My kids are still kids, and they have the nerve to say, oh, that's so nostalgic. I remember when I was little. Like, you still little. But I get it. But yeah, I remember when all of the kids was little. I don't know if you guys remember those sofas. I think they came out probably like in the early 2000s for toddlers. And I brought all of my kids one of these little sofas. I have no idea what happened to them, but they fold into a sofa, and then they fold out. The kids, if they want to take a nap, they can sleep on them. Um, that's like nostalgic for my kids when they were younger. And also, I don't know the name of it, but they all had one of these, the pillow pocket or something like that. It was like an animal, and then it turns into a pillow. Girl, bye. It's just so much stuff that, that you can hold on to as a parent or as a kid or whomever, just to have all those nostalgic memories. And I just wanted to come on and share all those memories. I am a 70s baby, 1977 to be exact. So I feel like my year going into the 80s era was the 80s era, and the 90s era was just such a time to be living in. Even though I was still young, but it was just a time to be living in. In the late 90s, I was older. Everything is different now. The world moves on. But I just wanted to come on, you guys. This is my outfit of today. I'm just wearing all black. So let me know in the comments, like, what do you remember? Your favorite toys, being a kid, your favorite TV show, outfit, or whatever it was. Let me know down below, guys. Thanks for watching.